Hello, everyone. We're happy to have Arkady here with us today. Arkady, thank you so much for joining us. How's it going?
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and my first question is can you tell me how you perceive the concept of artificial intelligence? What comes to mind when you hear the term?
Well, considering that I'm in this space and AI is my line of work for more than 2 decades now, uh, my perception of that term is more instrumental, I would say. To be more clear, I would consider in modern days AI as the set of tools that provides cognitive automation. The software and sometimes software and hardware complex system that perform tasks usually always used to be human tasks. Like say 20 years ago, we didn't expect that the most of the population in this world didn't expect that computers will be able to perform this kind of tasks.
Okay, and can you tell me how familiar are you with the practical applications of AI in our daily lives? And can you
Well,
think
we
of
will use it. We'll use it all the time, every day. It just as one wise man said, we usually name artificial intelligence systems that didn't find the stable and solid business model for itself. But the moment application finds its business model, we stop calling it artificial intelligence. Every search engine, every navigator software, when we're watching, I don't know, movies on the streaming platforms, everywhere AI or let's say machine learning based algorithms are being used widely. So we cannot avoid using this kind of systems in our daily life.
and what positive impacts do you see it having?
Well, the life becomes more comfortable. We need less routine activities. We need to perform less routine tasks. So that's as usual. What is fascinating for everyone right now is the rise of results of large language models, and that's usually people calling AI these days. And that's very interesting, and that's the thing that we all are exploring. And I see already a lot of applications based on that, and it's just the next step of making our life more comfortable.
Do you have any concerns about the use of AI, such as privacy or job displacements? How do you think we can address these concerns?
Yeah, definitely. The more complex systems become that we use, the more education it requires to use it properly. And this is very interesting and very demanding part of our lives. For example, when we use cloud-based large language models, we need to understand that any private information, some data that can violate our privacy, it's not a data to be posted, to be sent to that cloud-based services. And in fact, not a lot of people understand that. So yes, the concerns are that the users start using the tools before becoming educated enough to use it with the caution. But it will take some time, and everything will be more or less adjusted.
And in your opinion, should there be regulations or guidelines in place to govern the development and use of AI? Why or why not?
Well, I would be very careful with all kind of regulations, as every time authorities come to, technology progress, they're trying to make it slow it down. Well, in fact, it's not possible to slow down technological progress. So regulations, there maybe should be some kind of regulations, but we need to, as I said, to be very careful with that.
What do you think are the key skills or knowledge that individuals should have to adapt to increasing presence of AI in society?
That's a very interesting question. I can't say for sure what kind of skills should be acquired by a person to use AI tools more effectively. But definitely one should learn how to work with it, how to make prompts. In the current way, in the current stage of development, when we all trying to chat with AI and get some result from AI, we need to learn to educate ourselves and others how to use that, how to build correct prompts, so to get the necessary results. And at the same time, to be careful with the privacy, to be careful with information that we sending to those models. And also we need to understand and keep critical thinking, because well, hallucinations of LLMs is still here, and we need to understand that we shouldn't request facts from LLM, or at least wouldn't trust those facts straightforward. Need to double check that.
Yeah, that makes sense. And can you discuss any potential risks or downsides of AI that you think we should be aware of?
Well, yeah, there are several. I'm not sure we need to stop on everything, but I see a threat of using modern days AI by students, because we rely on them to be educated enough. And if they use modern days AI as support for their education, that's definitely beneficial. But if they use that AI instead of, say, educating themselves, doing their homeworks or something like that, they will not just be educated enough. And we can get the generation of not educated enough people.
And yeah, we talk about job displacement, right? And considering the potential impact of AI on industries and job markets, what are your thoughts on how AI might influence the future of work in a web-free environment?
Well, definitely technology changes labor market. That's for sure. Like every industrial revolution that is taking place in our civilization, the industrial revolution changes labor market for sure, and the occupations and professions that being common and widely spread actually becoming something different. But a lot of new professions appearing during industrial revolution. So no, I don't see any threats on displacement. Yes, the labor market changes, the way we're doing things changing, the professions and occupations are changing, but it doesn't mean the actual displacement is happening, that people will not be having ability to be employed. It's just a matter of, education.
All right. And my next question, how important do you think it is for AI systems to provide explanations or justifications for their decisions or recommendations?
That's a little bit of a strange question, because how important for AI systems to provide explanation?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure that this is very important thing. For example, when we're using navigator, when we're driving from point A to point B, we're not asking that navigator prove that the solution you were offering me is the correct one or is the best one, and why you have chosen that. We're not asking that. But the moment we keep our critical thinking, we can evaluate the decision making. That's from one point. From the other point, there are some activities that requires something like licensing, for example, medicine. And we need to use, let's say, approximately the same approach to allow systems to give us solutions. Just like we're using in drugs, that's being tested. There's an algorithm how to approve drugs to be used broadly in medicine. Well, I think that actually algorithms should just pass approximately the same kind of approval process, and thus we wouldn't need to understand the explanation why they say that, why they come to that or one or another conclusion. Like, we don't usually ask doctors when they recommend us something. We just trust the doctor because the doctor has diploma, and even though we asked him, we sometimes we cannot understand what doctor explains, but we trust them because they have diploma. And we go to doctor and say, we have a problem, please give us solution. And the doctor gives us the diagnosis and the solution. I think that in the activities that can be concerns about health and safety, the system should be licensed, just like in medicine. And so we do not need the explanation. If we use some tools in other fields, we just need to use our critical thinking.
Yes, critical thinking is really important. I agree with that.
Yeah, educational critical thinking. You see, during our conversation, I repeat it constantly. It's like you ask questions someone that potentially is very clever and wise, but you don't know the person. You don't understand. Can you trust the person morally? So you got your answers, but you need to double check it with your critical thinking and to be educated enough to double check facts.
Yes, for sure. And Arkady, I have last question for you. So let's summarize. So what do you think AI will be capable of in the next few years, and how do you think it will affect the way we live and work?
Well, again, as I'm quite long time in this line of work, I watched a lot of stages of development that led us to the modern day AI. And I remember that 5 years ago, we could talk about something that we have now for our disposal. And we were talking about that sometime there will be systems that allow us to freely speak with them and got all the answers, and that will be system that will be creating content for us or together with us, and now we have it. It's not easy to be prophet here and to say that in several years something precise will happen. But as I see it, from years to years, decades to decades, those systems with the cognitive automation, AI-based systems, they influence our life on a daily basis. And I think that will grow, and that will grow in our society. And I hope our society will not degrade, but will be more educated and will use that for its benefits to perform tasks that we couldn't before, easier and faster.
Okay. Thank you, Arkady, for this discussion. And guys, I hope you enjoyed our discussion as well. If you got further questions or just want to connect with Arkady, you'll find his contact information right in the video description. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.